Hi folks, so what is the correct number of Taylor's Eyewitness Barlows that one should own? Is it 1, 2, or 3, or 4, or 5? Now, it's a good question, I think, but I'll tell you what the answer is, and the answer is this. The answer is n plus 1, where n is the number that you currently own. So the plus 1, in this case, is this one. So this is my latest Taylor's Eyewitness Barlow. Obviously it's the same size as all the others. It's got the new stamping on the new tooling for the stamping on the bolster, so it's nice and crisp. This is the older style stamping, and this is the new style stamping. So it's just that. So I can get the two in focus at the same time. It's just much crisper and cleaner. It's nice to see a company investing even in these sort of old traditional knives. They're investing in the tooling. So if I take these out of the way, we're just going to have a specific look at this particular one, which is my latest. Now, it's odd, despite the fact I had so many of these, this is the first one I have that's actually got wood covers. And are these just beautiful or what? This is a bit of desert ironwood, but it is such a lovely bit of desert ironwood, and it's just as good on both sides. It's like there isn't a show side and a bad side and a good side. These are just two brilliant sides. Obviously, this is made by Lee White. It's to the usual standards, so that's to say very, very good, not always perfect. I mean, centering is a little bit off to one side, but not so much to be a problem. The back is pretty good, but these are handmade, artisan-made knives. These aren't machine-made knives. These are made by one guy. This case, a guy called Lee White. Makes a beautiful knife, and I would love to buy every knife he's ever made. And if I have the opportunity and live long enough, you never know, that just might happen. I certainly have been adding to the collection and continue to do so. In terms of the action, I struggle with this on camera because of my dodgy hands, but nonetheless, I think he's been getting his action a little bit better, because I felt, hold on a second, that some of our actions were a bit on the heavy side. Nice in a way, and that, you don't want some poor lock up on these things. These lock up very nicely. So I've got to wipe that. It's a bit better. Problem is, I love these polished, shiny blades. Problem is that they're always covered in fingerprints. You got the Eyewitness, Sheffield, England, on the tang there, and of course the Eyewitness. So the all-seeing Eyewitness, Sheffield, England, on the tang, and it's on the reverse as well. And that's where I think with the Barlow, that's where I think the logo should be, not on a shield. I really don't like ones with shields in there. Now I do have another desert ironwood Barlow, and this one is from Boca, and it's a Solingen made knife. Again, a nice bit of ironwood, but nowhere near as nice as this bit of ironwood. And the other problem with the Boca one is that it has a shield in the middle of the ironwood. So you got that beautiful grain of the wood, and they've cut a hole in it and stuck a not particularly attractive shield in the middle of it, which makes the Taylor's Eyewitness one, just in my book, just so much nicer. Plus there's more of the Taylor's Eyewitness one. It's a bigger, chunkier knife all round. These Barlows are actually, a perfectly good, workable, everyday carry user knife. And most of mine have been at some point or other carried and used. I kind of feel that the bokeh is just a little bit small. Now, it could be just because I've got very big hands. That's possible. But, it just feels a wee bit small to me. These larger ones, the Taylor's Eyewitness ones, are just a little bit better size. But I think these are the bokeh ones particularly small. Now, there's not much else to really say about this. You got the traditionals with the brass liners, the big bolsters, teardrop shape, the 2.5, 2 3/4, whatever it is, inch blade. I'll just tell you what it is. I really ought to. I'm getting a bit blasé about these because I've now got so many of them. But you're talking about 2 3/4 inch blade, 2 3/8 inch cutting edge, 6 inches overall. So they're a nice size to throw in your pocket. I generally carry them in a little leather slip. But I was so taken with this wood. I normally like ones with the file work on the back, which this one doesn't have. I like this file work on the back. I think it's just really, really smart. But this isn't the first one I've got that doesn't. I mean, this one I bought. When I find that the scale material is particularly attractive, as I really thought this one was, I can forgive it not having file work, and this was exactly that. I saw that wood and I thought, yes, I'd like that with filed spine, but I'll take it without, because it's just beautiful as it is. So I don't have much more to really say about that, but it's my latest in my line of Taylor's Eyewitness Barlows. And it's maybe not as spectacular. I don't know, maybe it is as spectacular as that bit of stag was. But it certainly adds to the collection and looks perfectly fine. So I really like this. So that's a bit of wittering, really, because there's not a lot to say about it other than it's a nice bit of wood, and it just adds to that little stack of these things that I seem to be building up. I'm still looking for other wooden ones. I'd like one in Amboina wood, and I don't have any 2-blade Barlows from Taylor's. I've got other 2-blade Barlows, but not from Taylor's. So it'd be quite nice if some more wooden ones came up, and a 2-bladed wooden one came up. I'd be really pleased to see it. So Lee, if you're out there getting your hammers to work, 2-blade Amboina wood, 2-blade with some more of this sort of this ironwood, something like that would be lovely. I'm not so taken with the horn. I love the ram's horn. Stag is just phenomenal. But I'm still in the market for more if I can find nice ones. So thank you very much for watching all this. Sorry if I sound like a horrible fanboy, but if you do like this stuff, please tick the like and subscribe. There are still more, depends which order these come out in, but there are more Taylor's Eyewitness knives we're going to look at, not all Barlows. Okay, thank you very much, folks. Bye.